Hello everybody, my name's Amand. I'm the Vice Chair of BostonSpedPac. I came into my role, what's it now, 3 years ago, and time flies when you're having fun, I guess. Well, I want to welcome everybody for coming. It's nice to have a good-sized crowd, new faces. We're going to need you to do several things to help support ourselves and to spread the word to other parents in the same situation you have. That means we're going to have you guys sign up for the email. If you don't get it, you can go to the web page. Everything is located through the website at BostonSpedPac.org. You can go in there, you can sign up for email, you can sign off at email. You can tell people to go do it. Everything there is free, no charge. Most of the items are going to be converted so that everything can be translatable into any language you prefer. It may not be perfect, but I'm not responsible because I don't have any resources to pay for it. So I'll do what I can for free. I would say in this case it's probably 80% better than nothing, you know? What we've tried to do over the last 3 years is obviously bring awareness to issues and concerns. We hear them from you, we get them from you from the issue forms, and we represent you guys when we go to school committee and we have meetings and task force on several issues. We're extremely busy. I don't see much at home, but we feel good about keeping the cause working and rolling. And several of the issues that we're going to be working on this year are continuing on transition services and formalizing the process and streamlining and creating opportunities for people to have and make it easier to use. Obviously, we'll need your feedback on how it's going or not going. We are pushing appropriately heavy for inclusion, or opening up inclusion opportunities for more kids. The city, the district is approximately, I think 46% kids are sub-separate, which is not the least restrictive environment. So we need to come up with better options. We are working with the district to come up with those. It's a definitely uphill climb, but we're trying. So there are other issues that come up all the time. Again, we just try to champion for everyone's cause. We try not to advocate on individual points, but we do direct people to the right people to get answers or a resolution. So, whatever I can say, again, I'm going to be a broken record. The website, the website, the website. So, if you need to get on, public libraries, the school itself can be very helpful. But everything pretty much we have, I try to put up there and make it accessible to everybody. Also, every meeting is videotaped. We do that for transparency, so that when someone from BPS speaks, it's their words, not my interpretation of their words. It's there. So everything gets posted to YouTube. All the workshops are there. You can go back in time. You want to review the IEP process. You want to look at anything else that's there. They're all tagged and referenced, and we try to make good use of it. The only thing I can't say is there's no translation. If people would like that, I ask people to step forward and volunteer, and we'll try to get that track up there as well. So we're trying to keep moving forward in all kinds of things and all kinds of processes. But the main crux of what we do is the website. And what I want to do is bring up a couple of things. The website itself is BostonSpedPac.org. In that means a lot of things, I suppose, to a lot of people. But most of it means it's just their go-to point. What I try to do with the site is create what's called responsive. It'll work on a mobile phone, a tablet, or your computer. And it resizes automatically on the fly. It's kind of slick so that things show up and look appropriate. Okay. One of the things we changed this year is we moved to MailChimp for our email. I was sending it out through BPS Outlook. It was a pain. It was cumbersome and problematic. So what MailChimp does is it allows for a graphical email. It allows you to have things that look and feel the same through every email. And if we irritate you with all the emails we send out, you can opt out. Eventually we will get to the point where we will have topic-specific emails that you can get this, but not that. But right now we're just trying to get everybody on it. I've been very impressed with the amount of information that's been able to get back to me. All the email addresses are good, which I never thought was possible. But it is, and we're getting stronger and stronger every day. 1 or 2 or every week, probably about 10 to 15 people get added onto the list. Only a handful of people have opted out. So I will say, I think we're hitting our markets, but what I would need you to do is when you get emails like the flyer, you need to bring it to your school. You need to get it to your principal and say, this needs to be given out to everyone, every special education classroom or child that it needs to go home. Because the flyer gives a lot more information than the Connect Ed call, because it's visual. Again, you can direct people to the website. Again, if they speak a different language, it's translatable. So that's the nice thing, so we have more options there. Everything's available. Well, let me jump back real quick. On the website, what does responsive mean? What it means is, like, if you were looking on your phone right now, you would need to click on the menu to expand the menu. It kind of hides. I don't want to confuse anybody, but it looks differently on a phone or tablet because it's a smaller surface. On the computer version, it looks just like this. We have several things. Let me go over the tabs real quick. About Us is just really about us. Who we are, contact points. We have our own email address, which is not housed at the a BPS or City of Boston. It's independent, so we are autonomous there. We also have a brand new phone number, which is autonomous. It's managed by Google Voice. Allows us to translate, or get a text version of your message, and also transfer that message, the physical message, in an MP3 form to BPS. So again, it's not us interpreting what you think, I think you said. It's me saying, this is Mrs. So-and-so, and here's the issue. And they get it. I announced that at school committee last session, and several members were very impressed by that logic, because that's very factual and very to the point. So and it has your words, not mine. And I think it's very important that you guys speak your own voice. We just try to advocate and push and promote that for you guys, okay? YouTube, we have a Facebook page, if anybody needs that as well. Kristen Mackey does a substantial amount of work on that. Thank you, Kristen, you're here. We do social media, which isn't really important, but it's just to get the word out. In that we use Twitter predominantly, and we just try to maximize our issues and information. Some of it's very helpful. It's been very positive. A lot of social media can be very negative. We have not seen it at this point. But going forward, we shall see. But there's a lot of information flying around on transition, inclusion, and we just try to spread that around. A lot of people even worldwide are following us now. It's been successful, but we want to get more of our local parents involved. So on the web page, as I said, I'm going to constantly bore you. If you don't have Twitter, it has on the sidebar menu, it actually has our tweets, the last 4 or 3, and then you can click on it to see more. Yep. And what that allows you to do is you can follow without having Twitter. You can click on a link and it'll tell you something like new transition service, blended learning, mixture of video and regular education methods. There's theories that are, let's just say there's a multitude of them, and again, an opinion that goes with each one as well. So I think that's it right in general there. One of the most important parts of the page is you can come here and give us a general issue form. It's on paper, it's handwritten. One of the drawbacks of handwritten is someone might not understand how you're writing, or you might not have enough room. What we try to specify in the issue forms, they're available online as well. Here it is. You just fill in the blanks. It's more legible. It's to the point. What we also ask is that you don't need to spell the whole history out. Put enough in there to understand the basic premise, to have them contact you and get back. We forward those to BPS. When it's in email form, it's much easier to see it bouncing back and forth. If we get CC'd back on an answer saying, I contacted Mom and we made progress, okay? The paper forms are fine, but I really think if you guys do it this way, then you have the leisure to do it. You don't have to try to fill it out while you're in the middle of a meeting, okay? So we do that, and those go right to BPS, and we try to be a part of the process to keep an eye and tab on it. That's it. Not to try to keep them like that. It's more to make sure that you guys get it.
People do fill out issue forms, whether on paper or on the website. and BPS has not responded to your issue within, a week, please let us know, because we will chase them down. And, sometimes things get lost, and sometimes people don't do their job effectively.
Right.
So whatever it is, don't wait. Give them a week, and that's, more than reasonable amount of time, and let us know, okay?
And feel free to CC us on communications. Hopefully not everything, but if there's a, no, I mean that, because sometimes we can get 35 back and forth on a very, very specific point. Obviously it's important to you, but we're getting maybe, I don't know, hundreds a day. So we want to make sure we're a part of it. So if there's a roadblock or there's a problem, then feel free to CC us on that option so that we can try to just follow. If we don't hear back from you, we assume they got back to you and you're happy. That's the other thing. So let us know. We can do our best to help out. Okay? Let me get. Well, I'll just go over it real quickly. Every flyer will have an option right here on this page, because flyers, and that is translatable. You go to the upper right, and you can translate it to any language. And that translates the whole page. It's on the fly, it's very quick. Again, it may be, I've had people tell me it's insulting because it didn't translate a certain dialect. If it's there, please select it. If it's not, I don't know what to say. I'd love to be more flexible, but my budget is 0, so all I'm putting in is my sweat equity. So, and as Carolyn can attest, we do put many hours into the job. The past flyers are available in PDF only, which is not translation based. I do try to put the Spanish version on the back. So when you go to your schools, if you speak Spanish, you'll have that should be on the reverse side, should be available, just because of the frequency of the language. We're going to have a lot more pages going forward.
Did you do the library yet?
Well, I was going to go to it, but now I'm in different language. So. I've never actually done another language that I didn't get back on. Oh, there it is. Sorry about that. See? I'm not bilingual. That's my problem. The library it needs some work, but has most of the information from our workshops and our meetings. So if there's a handout, I'll try to do a better job. I'm alone, so I'm trying to get every document up there, and I'll try to make it so it's translatable as well, so that people have it in any form they want. It may not format well for printing, things like that, so sometimes there's flexibility. Otherwise, it might have a link to a PDF as well, so that's more printable. The version is want to read. There's several things we're going to have big topics. In this case,
Are the videos on there?
yeah, I was going to go to that too, but I'm a little frozen right now. One thing we're going to keep doing is post will be basically we find some topic, an article in the Globe or the Herald regarding a program or service or something like that. We'll put out the post. Again, it's translatable. May not print well, but it's there for everybody to see. We also will try to hit on surveys occasionally so that people will be able to follow topics, issues. Our latest one was regarding the 12 candidates for mayor. Who did you think had the best idea and understanding of special education? So it's not a binding poll by any means, but it was just interesting to see what people thought. Actually, the survey is what dictated why we were here. We put it out there for about 3 months, 4 months, and it was overwhelming. Probably 80% of the people said, please bring it to Dorchester and preferably to Campbell Resource Center. So because of your feedback, that's why we're here. The library's going to have key issues or key links to things like this, like transition services is a big issue. Basic rights. Think Alive is an organization that comes and offers grants for kids to do activities like sports or music or dance or theater. that they wanted to do, and they help subsidize that with small grants. Any trainings we might have, like if last year they had autism parent seminars. Basically, it was teaching something as simple as potty training for a child. So it's a very information set, very nice. And then certain things like school choice is a big issue.
Are the PowerPoints under there, the presents from last year?
Most of them are.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I think that the PowerPoints and also the videos, for people to know about the videos would be helpful, because then we can find out what they want to do this year that's different from last year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to figure that out. The problem, like, one of the things I can do is I put it on our post. It's fine, but it goes away and you don't see it. So then you would either slide around or have to search. So it's a little clunky in that regard. But that's a good way to put it. It's like, and you also might have generational. I can do whatever I want to do or we want to do. So
Where are the videos?
you can link out the easiest way on the main page. I will what's called embedding. You just kind of throw it in the page. Let me a second to refresh. So there'll be a little box right here.
Okay.
You can actually watch it from here, like our site, or you can actually go to the YouTube channel.
And those are our meetings. Could you explain that?
Yep.
Because I think that's key to people.
Right, I'm going to bring it up right now. So, we have our own link to it. You can bookmark it, or you can click on the website again. YouTube, there's a logo. There's links several way through it. On the main page, it says go to our YouTube channel. And in that, each meeting will have the videos from that segment, and they'll be in the order from the last meeting down. So the most recent will be on top. And then you can search and go through it, find out what you'd like. I'm doing a better job of tagging them so you can do a keyword search and it might come up with something. The response to the videos has been really, really impressive. A lot of parents who can't get out now have a window on to see what's happening. And I don't try to edit them. I may cut them up so that it's topic specific, so that you don't watch, if you want to watch 15 minutes of the presentation or what we talked about, like Carolyn's spot, maybe not mine, you don't have to go through the whole thing. So it's kind of a little easier. I won't take it personally if you don't watch me.
All the individuals, do you want to read everyone the individual? My name is Lisa Connor. I'm on the executive board with John, Carolyn,
Oh, the presentations?
and Diane. Yeah, just that library link is extremely valuable. The library link is an extremely valuable link. So if you link on there, you'll get information like preparing for your child's IEP, IEP basics, introduction to transition services, navigating BPS from ages 3 to 22, BPS turning 3, starting the year off right, which you received tonight,
right here.
a Boston blank IEP, and a 504, which is different from an IEP. So you've got all this information. It's got some great information to learn a lot about and to help you before you go into your meetings and with your child's IEP.
Most of this is because of Carolyn Kane. Her attention to detail and ability to discuss very complex topics and bring it down so that everybody else can understand them is really remarkable. And again, I would applaud her because her time and effort.
Blah, blah, blah. Moving on.
Whatever. No, she's done a lot of work. She's done a lot of work. So I don't want to go too much longer, but the best way with any of it is just to go around, check it out, and give me your feedback, and we'll see if we can do things.
It's fabulous.
It is fabulous, isn't
I
it?
just got my compliment from fabulous. Very
Let's give a round of applause to John. So can I just ask, this is our first meeting, so if there's specific things that people want us to address this year, please let us know. But can everybody that's on the executive board come up front so that people can see who the board members are and we can connect faces and start to make connections with families, because there's few people are outside of the, come on up everyone, I just want people to know who you all are, it's not just John and I. Some people are out of childcare, so I might leave them out there, because
All right.
everyone's out there more. So.
Carol, let me just finish 2 quick points.
Go ahead.
We have several things coming up soon. One of them is the Boston Community Days. These are public safety demonstrations for autistic children, and they're at different points in the city. They started doing this last year, and the kids get to go and jump on the equipment, get inside, see the EMT, and maybe get exposure to it so that if something was to happen, they're not totally culture shocked by the process. It's quite impressive. They were in the Globe last year with some pictures. So we're going to have one of them in on Harrison Ave, Back Bay, South Boston, East Boston, and then South Boston. They'll have more in the spring as well, but they're going to start that process.
They're really great, really.
If anybody has a problem with the bus, I can't recommend this any stronger. I have the link here, I have information up here, on the flyer it's available too. Where's my school bus? It's available on a phone, a website, a browser, anything. You just type it in. There's no real app, it just types in, and you can track your bus, morning or night, for your child. If you have multiple children, you just change the student ID and the birth date, and it goes right through. If you have questions on it, let me know.
If there's a replacement bus, it won't show
Yes,
up.
there are
So
drawbacks
it'll show
to
in the
process.
schoolyard, so don't
Yeah,
be
it'll show the bus in
concerned,
the
yeah.
parking lot, so that your child's not on it, that just means they're on a different bus then.
And it seems that it doesn't always update. A few
It doesn't
mornings
before
it seems
minutes.
to be stuck at 6:30 a.m.
It depends. There may be, if there's a problem, I mean, obviously, things are flawed, but overall, if it's working, it's working.
It's working, yeah.
Yeah.
When it works, it's great.
Yes, and we're working on it. I was a beta tester or developer of it, and I helped streamline some things that we're making another layer of adjustments. My goal is to keep it refreshing faster so you know more real time.
We're not done introducing, John.
Thank you. Sorry to be long-winded, guys. Well, my name's John St. Amand again. My daughter Abby's 10 years old. She has autism and is very lucky to go to the Mary Lyon School in Brighton. Couple things. Technology is going to be kind of a push point of mine because I think it's a great equalizer. We're going to try to do several things to help do this that offer maybe even home technology for you guys and for your children. One of the options right now that's available is the Comcast $9.95 per month internet special. It's for students. There's the website again. Every email has that link as well, so you don't have to remember where it is. If you do not have internet access at home, this is a great way to do it. Your son or daughter, from being a student, qualifies for that option. It should be straightforward. Again, feedback if it's not. On the way over, I was just talking to the director of a program in Boston called Tech Goes Home. It's a shared program between the parent and the child, where they spend 15 hours learning how to do technology and how to do it safely and appropriately. There's a flyer on the table, and again, it will be available online as well. What this program does is they take 15 hours, they go over all kinds of details, like how to create an email account, how to go on the internet, how to create a document, a presentation, save the document, Google Docs, all kinds of things, Dropbox. It gets very involved. And then your child and the parent does a project and hands it in. All very doable. And in the process, then they give you a piece of technology to take home. In most cases, it's a netbook computer, and it only would cost $50. So they heavily subsidize the program. There's no guarantees at this point. We're trying to work this out and trying to find the logical way to do it, but I've asked that they do a special program for SpedPac. So it looks like we're going to have at least one class, hopefully in the fall, and another in the spring, of 20. Now, 20 would mean you and the child. Okay?
Do you know what age it starts at?
Actually, no one said anything from a starting point. I would think, you want not too young, but also not too old either. But it's a very powerful program. I've heard really great things, and I'll keep working on
I
it.
took it already. I think it's
You did?
first grade. Yeah, and
Fifth
it's
grade?
excellent. Yeah, I think it's first grade.
First grade.
Yeah.
First grade. That's what I would assume. Obviously, I don't think kindergarten, but they want to be able to absorb it in the process of their own interest. Thank you. I think that's it. So you'll hear more from me in our next meeting. Hopefully, have more details so we can get the process started. Then we're going to figure out how we go through it.